If you're like me and you want to be the avatar himself, here are two amazing games in virtual reality on the Quest 3 that you can try for very cheap or for free.
I traded him to some merchants. He's probably in Ba Sing Se by now. They were gonna sell him there.
So the first game is one I discovered myself on the spring Steam sales. It's Magic Tech VR. This is a game that has not been out for very long, but the potential of it is incredible. You can bend the 4 elements in this game. It has a campaign, it has a multiplayer, and it has a sandbox arena. With this sandbox arena, you can spawn in any type of enemy that you want. There are robots that can also spend the elements like you. And with certain hand gestures, you are able to bend water, air, fire, and earth. It isn't refined as the next game as I'll show you, but in terms of feeling like the avatar and being the avatar, this game emulates it perfectly. You bend the elements, you have different coloured spell crystals of all the elements I've just named out, and to simply go and switch out to all of them, you go and click the button and you go and change your spell crystal on both your hands. With both your hands, you can bend different elements at the same time, so it doesn't have to be restricted to one each, but if you prefer to just bend one element at a time, you can also do that as well. I'd 100% say it's a lot more easier trying to bend these elements a lot more quicker, but if you do not go to the tutorial area first to try these out, you will be left like me in this clip just trying to figure out how to do all these very quickly. There is a little sub-menu which you can go and access, which does show you all the different elements and the instructions of them and how to bend in certain gestures to get what you want. And there is roughly around 10 to 20 different moves and actions of what you can do with fire, earth, water, and air. They all have their own unique senses and hand gestures, so you can get different things. I'll probably say the only one where there's not really much originality is the firebending, because a lot of that is just throwing fireballs in different ways. If you do take the time, the physics of the actual bending is really simple to learn, and I gotta say it is a lot more easier than it is with Rumble. In terms of accuracy, I'd say with the cartoon effect and everything combined together, it really makes it its own originality. And honestly, it's really fun, because as far as we are concerned, this is probably the only game where it's gone anywhere close to attempting to bend the elements as good as this. As shown here, I had a really good time practicing with a water whip, pulling enemies and grabbing them on by, sort of like a tentacle, which you can go and create. With earthbending as well, you do have amazing earthbending spells where you can go and make rock fists. And with this water bending spell here, I did get myself a little water whip as well. But with time and practice, like with Rumble, this game Magic VR, you will be able to cast whatever bending that you want, but in this game known as spells, easier than you may think. overall with Magic VR, there is going to be a lot of messing around to try and get the perfect bending combos in total. This is really fun to just go and practice and try in anyways, if you've ever wanted to feel like what this is like. Magic VR is available on Steam for £8.50, and it can be yours now. Next and lastly, we have got Rumble, a game that has been out for a little bit longer than Magic VR has been, so development-wise, it is a little bit more ahead in terms of bending the elements. The only downside with Rumble, it's more specific towards earth bending, so moving pillars, stone discs, punching them, and etc. With this, it's a lot more refined and it's a lot more detailed down, so the specific hand gestures with your controllers are pretty similar, but it is a little more precise. So if you don't do the right movements, you may not get what you want. Again, with this game, it is $14.99, so it's a little bit more pricier than Magic VR. But in terms of immersion and the actual bending itself, once you do practice the specific moves that they do first give you when you start out the game, it is so rewarding to be able to just do it off the top of your head and meet people from the community to help you as well.
Yo, that is sick.
I'm trying to do, it's called an aggressive mount.
That's sick.
And there you have it, folks. 2 amazing games where you can experience the full potential of being the avatar in virtual reality. Both of these games are on Steam right now. You will be required to have PC VR for these. Rumble will be coming to the Quest in the future. Magitech you can probably get on the Quest. I'll leave the links for the games down below in the description, but let me know which game you would prefer to try. Do you prefer Rumble or Magic VR? Let me know.
Cube spam.
I'm going on this again. I swear I'm not pressing.
Turn you dead zone. Oh, is that a drift? I think you're drifting. It's a bug. That's the dangerous path.